So they sent Obama to come get us and bring us back to the Democratic plantation. They sent Obama back to come get us. He insulted us. He said, I was highly offended when he said the only reason we voting for Donald Trump is because we don't want a woman in presidency.
So you have just seen a reaction from a black man who was saying like, yo, Obama, what are you doing, sir? Okay. This was actually part of a series of different black men that were coming out and saying, I don't understand what you're saying, Obama. Obama said that I'm seeing a different type of energy from when I was running to now when Kamala Harris is running. And he's saying I'm seeing that mostly the brothers out here are the ones having this kind of rift, and we got to talk. All right. So he was saying the choice is clear. She grew up with you. She knows you. She went to college with your people. She knows your people struggled and pain. She had to work harder, do more, overcome. And she's the vice president, for crying out loud. How could you not vote for her? So in this video, the guy was saying, he would have said, he was like, so you guys have sent Obama to try to reel us in, try to bring us back in so we could want to vote for her, okay? Because everyone knows that, you know, when black people vote, they tend to vote the same, you know, so that's really what it is. And you have a lot of these black men that I've been seeing recently say, I think I'm gonna vote red this time. And the reason why is because you guys are doing nothing that is actually going to benefit me. You know, I mean, I guess I could just vote for someone who's not going to do anything for me. But if I had the chance to vote for someone who could somehow have some kind of benefits towards me, I think I'd rather pick that person. Okay. And that's what they're saying with Donald Trump. The main issue is the immigration issue. We're going to keep it real. Okay. Which obviously that is not being seen on the other side because they're wanting for more people to come in and take resources, while Trump was saying less people come in and take resources as well. All right. But the guy, he was actually saying how he was actually offended by his accusations. All right. Insulting them, saying that, oh, you just don't want a female president. You just don't want another woman. You don't want a woman in office. You guys are afraid of women being in office. That's not why. People don't like, I could just tell you for me, people don't like this whole, every time you get around black people, you got some kind of weird dialect change, that now you're a Southern belle out of nowhere anytime. And then you get on the Breakfast Club and then you lie about listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg because they weren't making music at that particular time. To what you said you were jamming out to, which was inaccurate. You saying that you are a marijuana user, but then you say, yeah, I gotta do my job and lock everyone up. Truancy, you're laughing about locking parents up, black people up, putting black men in prison, instead of trying to do some kind of reform so that we could not have that happening. You're like, let's just go ahead and put them in there. And then people ask you what your policies are. And this goes for many interviews that I've seen of her. People ask you what your policies are. And then you're like, and then you just do like this word salad where you're just going around a carousel. And then people are like, okay, well, what are your policies? Oh, time's up. What? When you had the interview with the black journalists of the National Association of Black Journalists, for example, they asked you some questions about gun control. And you said, oh, yeah, we're going to make sure they got IDs. And they're like, okay, but you know, a lot of criminals don't legally buy guns, right? They get them off the street. Well, yeah, that's why I'm going to have them get an ID. Yeah, but if they're getting it illegally off the street, how are you going to stop them from getting it off the street? And then you cop an attitude when someone asks you a question about it. And then people say, okay, well, what about the migration issue? What are we going to do about the immigrants that have come up in here? Well, surely we're going to get them out and deport them, okay? Because we got the Venezuelan gangs is overtaking Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, and many other places. Are we going to do something about that, right? No, we're just going to keep them in here. And hopefully they get citizenship quicker. What? You know, so, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out why people are saying, I think I'm good on that. Okay. Then anytime food, okay, what are we going to do about people who are living paycheck to paycheck? Food prices, gas prices, insurance, all this other stuff. What are we going to do about people living paycheck to paycheck? How are we going to resolve these issues? Oh, woof. That's a difficult question, isn't it? Yes, it's really not though. But Come on, what do you have? And then you can't provide anything. And we're just supposed to be like, you know what? Woo, she's black, so let's just go ahead with it. No, I'm not going to vote for you just because you're black. You got to give me more than, oh, I'm a black woman. You got to give me more than I'm a woman. What else? But let me know what you all think. These men were annoyed. They were just like, this is not why we're doing what we're doing. This is not why we're saying what it is that we are saying right now. But let me know what you think down below.